System philosophy, part 15, gains of loss. This will be the free thinking topic. The main concept of this topic is one quote, which is, if you believe that you live in a world that is the best world of all possible worlds, which is from Leibniz, I believe, then it's hard for you to improve in philosophical improvement. The reason being is because in order for you to think about philosophy, it's always about change. Philosophy is all about optimizing the conceptual part of thinking to optimize for change. Optimize for change. However, if you believe you're already living in a world that's perfect, then you'll be a bad philosopher because you wouldn't have any idea for change, and that's especially important because, for example, if someone decides to build a world of perfect for themselves, for example, have a family that you like, that you so much that you want to dedicate your whole life for your family, but that wouldn't build you any idea for improvement, because you already have everything you want in life, pretty much. I believe sometimes in life, I'll just forget what I was about to say. I believe sometimes in life, in order to improve yourself, you have to abandon what's there. Yeah. For example, for me, sometimes I wonder if I should sacrifice to build relationship, to build my own circle of friends, to deepen myself within my circle of friends and get my life over with until I die. I found out that, what, that's of course a good life. You'll have a lot of friends, you'll have all the people loving you, caring about you. However, I found that no. As a philosopher, sometimes you kind of have to sacrifice what's in your comfort to explore what's beyond your comfort. Sometimes it's a sacrifice. That's why it's a gain of loss, because it's a loss, but you gain something else out of it. I always thought about this, whether or not I should just sacrifice and just living my life in peace, rather than fighting philosophical frontier. But it turns out, no, I shouldn't, be so selfish. Because most of the people in this world, all they want is get to education, get a family, get a job, then get their life set up. But for me, it's quite different. I want to get education, but my main job is actually my dream. My biggest goal that I'm trying to pursue is actually influence people through philosophical research and change their way of understanding of life, so much that it makes deep significant difference in their life, optimizing their life to the greatest potential. And that's what leaders does. Leaders doesn't create miracles. They don't create miracles. They're just maximizing what's there. Maximizing the given. And that's what I'm trying to do as a philosopher as well, is maximizing your conceptual logic, so that you can get most out of life. And for me to accomplish that, of course, I can't just ask everyone to chase traditional way of life, American way of life, because by doing that, you're just doing, Einstein once said, if you do the same thing over and over and hoping for different results, then you're fucking crazy. And that is true. I believe that current way of life is not, it's not, it's just not good. You know, I believe that too many people die without knowing the way of life, without knowing themselves, in different philosophical ways, especially in system philosophical ways. And that's important because I don't want people to die without knowing the definite meaning of life or themselves or the universe. I don't know if you agree with me on this. I believe people should up for change rather than anything else. One of the example I was trying to push was I wanted people to research for the cure, or yes, the cure for death. Basically it means giving people the ability to a perfect cell replication means immortality, and I wanted scientists to research on that, focus your strength on this particular subject. However, people doesn't have that deep interest in this, because they believe, having friends, family, it's more important than research these things. However, I believe these things are more important than family, friends. So sometimes you have to abandon what's good and to pursue something bigger. But the point here is still the fact, if people want to be philosophers, they have to sacrifice a lot of things, a lot of current for the future. Actually, no, I'm not gonna provide example on this one. If you really want to understand this part about the creation of infinite, how it is one of the conceptual gridlock, you have to read some of the Descartes' arguments, his method of doubt. You have to read his instead, because I found that he have a better way of explaining doubts than me right now. Although not right now. I mean, for the intro level, yeah, you have to understand from him first. For the higher, more advanced level, which I'm not gonna cover because you have to read Descartes, Descartes. Google it, search his method of doubt, Descartes' method of doubt. So this concludes this topic.